Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Lillard. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Jazz, that's for sure. Puts up a 3. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Ibaka looking for an opening. Here's George. Good D by McCollum.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's McCollum. 23 points for him the last game against Utah.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Jones against Leonard. Here's Ibaka. Lillard with the rebound.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
He dishes it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. That shot off. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. On the wing, Batum. There's the double team with Covington. To the paint, 6 to shoot. Leonard. Nurkic with the block.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
McCollum against Beverly. Kicks it out to Lillard. Covington in the corner. Lillard outside. Nurkic trying to get open. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist from Covington.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Beverly. He had 10 points in the win against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Here's Lillard. Now Jones. 9 points last game. Back to Lillard. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. With the shot. Jones, no luck.
And, well, when you let the shot clock run down that far, that's the kind of shot you're going to end up with.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's Lillard. Paul George making his last shot. It's Jones on the way. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. So, for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Anthony against George. Outside Leonard. Zubac finds Leonard. And that one drops for him.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Trent. Anthony right side. Out left to the wing. Here's Little. And that one hits back iron.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Back to Leonard. Launches it. Wow! Huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the shot clock, ending the...
And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense...
Old school basketball. Yeah.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Hits it from three-point range.
Looking at Reggie's motion, it's a little bit of a push shot, but able to get it to go.
Hood drives in. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Los Angeles leading by 8. Williams looking around. Now the dish to Leonard. Here's Simons to the middle. It's intercepted. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Clippers moving the ball around. Pass to Kennard. Here's Zubac. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not a leap tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Now, here's Zubac. Defense is right there. Shot clock at 5, and they call an illegal screen here.
Looking now at the numbers for Jackson. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 12 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Williams. Here's Kennard. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Kennard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. Here's Jones. Kicks it out to McCollum. From deep three-point range. Batum grabs the miss. Ibaka with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. In the corner, Kennard with it. Offline with his 3. Trailblazers trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Jones against Kennard. Out to Anthony. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
And there's the pass to Jackson. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Covington into the lane. 2 points. That one goes. Covington's got his first bucket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Beverly. Now here is Ibaka. Shot from the wing. The rebound by Simons.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Jackson misses.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Feeds it to Ibaka. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
When you have someone with Ibaka's size and coordination, it's a crime not to get him some looks inside.
Now the feed to Covington. It's stolen by Ibaka. And here's Kennard. Outside Batum. From deep. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Clippers ahead. They're up. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. And the greatest bench scorer in NBA history. Hey.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, there is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, and sometimes the strategy in that case, don't let anyone else beat you. You know he's going to get his, so try and keep it to that.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trail Blazers. On Saturday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Houston Rockets. And then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Fires from the corner. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 4-point game. And yes, it's good. Batum's got the first basket of the third quarter for Los Angeles.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Lillard with no one around. Offensive rebound, Jones. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points. Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
This is his first free throw of the game.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than the average number.
A different look for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Leonard on the wing. To the wing right side. Here's Zubats. Basket good. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game. Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now here's Williams. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Ibaka outside. Dishes it to Leonard. 5 to shoot. Williams for 3. Little with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Trent passes to Jones. And it's Jones finishing it off.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Outside Leonard. This one for 3. That shot misses. And the Trailblazers going the other way.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Kennard, he's checked in for Serge Ibaka. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Portland. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
In the corner, Kennard with it. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Kennard's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles. The drive by Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Here's Leonard. And the layup is good. Leonard's got 7 points.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Put on the wing. Lillard, the pass to Little. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss. George has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 40 seconds left to play in the third. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. And now a 3-point Clipper lead.
This is who Lou Williams is in a nutshell. An excellent shooter off the catch.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Zubats finds Williams. 20 seconds left to play here in the third. It's good.
Because of his size, everyone tries to get physical with Lou, but he pays it no mind.
Here's Trent. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. Leonard with the ball. Gets it off. No good on the last second attempt there. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Clippers lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Batum, Luke Kennard out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubats. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Count it.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
High post, Zubas. Kennard on the wing. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Back to George. To the inside. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And a switch here also for Portland. Jones is checked in. McCollum against Beverly. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Kennard on the wing. Back to George. The trade.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job. Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
And Ibaka kicks to Batum. Shoots over Nurkic and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Trailblazers trail by 3. Jones, that's for 2. The rebound by Paul George. George has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Kennard against Covington. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Covington with the bucket.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assists. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Kennard on the wing. Back to Beverly. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Covington. Jones trying to get open. Covington's shot is off. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Beverly, the pass to Batum. Back to Beverly. Batum against Jones. Kennard on the wing. Here's Ibaka. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Keeps it alive, and Ibaka is right there. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And that could be a big bucket right there. Ibaka doesn't shy away from taking crucial shots.
This is it to Kennard. Here's Beverly. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Patrick Beverly plays with a scorer's mentality, takes the opportunity to step up.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Robert Covington.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
The consummate team player, Paul George, is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
And the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in. Outside, Jones. And Portland turns it over again. Los Angeles leading by 6. Leonard looking around. Williams finds Ibaka. At the top of the key, Batum. Back to Ibaka. Outside for George. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the court. McCollum, no good, shot missing. Great D that time from Batum. Leonard dishes to Batum. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And the pass to Leonard. Back to Ibaka. Outside Batum. A three from Leonard. And he's good on the three ball.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
So the Clippers with the win. It was a fantastic ball game. And all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's all happening and thanks for joining us on this crisp D8.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Sunday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum, then it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for Dallas, Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Hardaway, then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward.
I have always loved the intensity with which Serge Ibaka plays, especially on the glass. He understands how to use his length.
Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Batum. Great D that time from Batum. And here are the Clippers. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Here's Richardson, following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Beverly against Doncic. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
Shot clock at 2. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
Outside Leonard. Over Hardaway. Kept alive. Ibaka, no luck. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks in their last game, a loss to the Suns. Hardaway, no good.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Ibaka outside. Shoots over Powell. No good off the back of the rim.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. Pass to Finney-Smith. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, they took advantage of some porous defense in that one. Really got the shots they wanted.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
The Clippers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And Batum kicks to Beverly. Drops in the tray. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, so Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Richardson. And it's Burke in for Luka Doncic. Now, here's Kennard. Here's Zubac. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Here's Finney-Smith from deep three-point range. Rebounded by Jackson. Puts it up from 15. A shot off that time.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Burke, the pass to Cauley Stein. And here is Kleba. Burke looking over the floor. And the rejection by Zubats.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a deficit.
Oh!
Goodness. Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Williams against Cauley Stein. There's the pass to Finney Smith. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Finney Smith's got 5 points so far. Jackson with it. Here's Zubats. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers lead by 2. And earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kennard is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubats. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Back to Williams. 5 on the clock. Passes it to Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubats no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Johnson finds Brunson. Up top, Marjanovic. Pass to Burke. Here's Brunson. Over to the wing. Kleba. They get it again. Second shot opportunity. And Marjanovic with the layup.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Zubats against Marjanovic. Zubats the pass to Kennard. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Now here's Burke, guarded by Jackson. Now Burke. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And the shot goes in.
Well, if Lou Williams is in pick and roll, you know he's thinking score first. Nicely done. You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for a fifth of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
Burke can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 6. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Kennard on the wing. Back to Jackson. A 3. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Johnson. The Doors in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He's succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Mike Powell comes in for Johnson. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. Mavericks trail by 4. Hardaway dishes to Richardson. Back to Hardaway. Over George. Here's Cauley Stein, and the layup falls. Cauley Stein's got his first basket.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
George passes to Beverly. Ibaka looking for an opening. And here's Kennard. Dishes it to Batum. Back to Kennard. Burke grabs the miss for Dallas. They've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Cauley Stein kicks to Burke. The 19-foot shot, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Burke's got the game tied up here for the Mavs. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Outside, George. Back to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. George with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Over to the left wing. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Knocks down the 3-ball. Kennard's got 5 now.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Richardson dishes to Cauley Stein. Out to the right wing. And that one, good. Cauley Stein's got his second bucket.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers ahead. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sport. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that's...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches in 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
We've got Josh Richardson. He's out there with Doncic. Hardaway is out there with Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. And here's the fast break. Beverly finds Ibaka. No good with the wing jumper. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They trail by 3.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And George with the stuff.
Well, you love how Paul George finishes on the drive. That is a powerful dunker right there.
Hardaway passes to Doncic. for the lead. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Beverly. In the corner, George with it. The pass to Ibaka. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And James Johnson is subbed in for Hardaway. And then for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly.
Over the course of his career, Lou Williams has really improved as a passer. That is nicely done.
Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. And Kleber out top of the key. Ibaka comes with the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Dallas with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Doncic has got 6 points. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Outside for George. Left side, Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 4.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
And Doncic gets it to go. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Passes to Zubac. Makes it off the glass. He has 6.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Back to Richardson. Inside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And so far the story on Luka Doncic. He's coming off an excellent season. 3rd in assists, 6th in scoring, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists last year. He did a great job of setting the pace, finding the open man, making the simple delivery. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Billy Cauley-Stein comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Josh Richardson. Cauley-Stein finds Brunson. Back to Cauley-Stein. Now Marjanovic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Now here's Doncic. 8 points for him. Johnson outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Johnson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Mavs.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Here's Brunson. That 3 off the mark. Here's Zubac. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Mavericks lead by 1. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The Mavericks shooting 43% for the game. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Batum is out there with Kennard, and it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle. Burke kicks to Doncic. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Doncic has got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Mavs. Outside Williams. Pass to Beverly. Here's Zubac, guarded by Marjanovic. From 15 feet away, and that one goes long. Mavericks leading by 4. On the wing, Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, if you allow Hardaway to get near the rim, this is what's going to happen. This guy is a fantastic finisher.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Hardaway finds Marjanovic. On the wing, Hardaway. All sorts of time, and it's Dallas with another.
But not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Beverly against Hardaway. Beverly, the pass to Zubac, and they pick up 2.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Doncic, and here is Marjanovic. To the left wing, just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave him wide open.
The pass to Zubac. To the inside, Williams. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
If you need a bucket under big-time pressure, Lou Williams is your guy.
Marjanovic passes to Burke. Back to Marjanovic. Kicks it to Burke from past the arc. No good there.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Passes it to Williams. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. That one's not going to go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Hardaway with a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range. Hardaway has got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavericks. Left side Williams, and stolen by Burke. Cauley Stein kicks to Marjanovic. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And he gets it to go.
Such opportunistic basketball right there, and that's when they desperately needed it.
Cauley Stein finds Doncic. Now here's Burke. To the middle, and Marjanovic with the slam.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here. Lou Williams has played in the clutch before. Easy work.
Doncic feeling it out on the wing, Hardaway. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. to me is a terrific all-around player, right? He can score it, he can pass it, he'll rebound the position. There's a lot to like about his game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Corey and Finney Smith comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Trey Burke. Here's Ibaka. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Richardson gets a wide open look. They get it back. Pass to Powell. Dallas moving it around. Back to Hardaway. Clock at 4. And another shot. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Probably a little closer than David. Thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
Were you guys playing 2K, and outside of your own storyline on your respective year, what were your thoughts as my career has progressed through the years to what it is now with 2K21?
Well, as the granddaddy of this stuff, man. 2K11, it was just the press conferences. You know, it was all audio. I auditioned for this thing in a closet at my house. I had a bad day, and all of a sudden they called me in. I went up there, I did it. It was a fun game because it had so many different personalities. It was like choose your own.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center. And for Dallas, they've got Powell. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back in playing.
Here's McCollum, following the score by Dallas. Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. 5 on the clock. The shot. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
There's never going to be hesitation from Lillard on his catch-and-shoot opportunities. His confidence through the roof on those.
Finney-Smith passes to Richardson. Got a piece of it. Covington with the steal. Here's McCollum. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
What body control from McCollum. I like whenever he works his way through the contact and finishes.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. It's Richardson on the wing. Dallas moving it around. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his second basket.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
Lillard looking around. Covington dishes to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Nurkic against Powell. Nurkic can't hit.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Richardson gets a wide open look and a miss there on the triple. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Cullen passes to Lillard. Now here's Nurkic. Last time out he had 13 points. Outside Jones. That's a 2 from Lillard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
Well, you know, the ball movement was lacking, and you know things got stagnant. That's why that offense looked so off.
And the dunk by Powell.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
The pass to McCollum. It's Jones on the wing. Down low, Nurkic. They get a hand on it. Kicks it out to Lillard. They shoot again. Nurkic can't hit. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Finney Smith passes to Doncic. To the paint. Here's Finney Smith from downtown. Rebounded by Covington. 1:12 left here in the first quarter. Here's McCollum. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Richardson the pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now McCollum, 23 points for him the last game against Utah. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. So it's Richardson with the jam.
What a steal by Richardson. Tough to protect the ball against hands that fast.
Doncic against Lillard. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. And it's McCollum in the corner. Pass to Jones. Hardaway with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Powell the pass to Richardson. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Ooh, what body control from McCollum. This guy is just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Hardaway for 3 at the tip. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the NBA
a free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. The Mavericks on top. They finish off the first quarter.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Powell is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's Burke. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Kleber inside. Covered by Anthony. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Nasir Little picks one up. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Good. Back to Anthony. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And taking a look now at the stats for Johnson, how he did last season. Last season, he averaged 8 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or 2 every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Simons the pass to Hood. No good that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And here is Burke. He is still scoreless so far in this one. Marjanovic against Hood. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs. Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree. Lock at 6. Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Hardaway's checked in for Dallas. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland. Little dishes to Nurkic. Here's Trent. Brunson covering. Trent passes to Nurkic. And it's off the back rim. No good. Dallas leading by 4. Stein finds Brunson. No good on the 3. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Here's Little. Stein grabs the board. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Marjanovic passes to Hardaway. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Anthony. And the rejection by Stein.
Capable of being a defensive anchor. Keith Stein is positioning himself to swat shots.
Brunson with it. Looking on Nurkic. Here's Marjanovic. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Marjanovic has got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, like the kick out there, recognizing there's more room outside than inside.
The 10-footer. A nice shot by Simons.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
The Mavericks leading. Dallas moving the ball around. Marjanovic kicks to Brunson. He can't get that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the boards.
Well, the rebounding numbers weren't even close. I mean, if that was a boxing match on the glass, they would have stopped that fight a long time ago.
Hardaway, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Anthony right side to the middle. Hardaway with the steal. It could go. And that one released in time, but no good. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Luka Doncic surprised many people with how ready he was. And that'll...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We've seen Dwight Powell really having a great game.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
This was a huge bonus for this team. I mean, they weren't expecting it, but they will absolutely take it.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the small forward. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. It's Jones on the wing. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Doncic looking it over. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. And it's Johnson in for Tim Hardaway Jr. The offensive rebound. Hood. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Doncic passes to Kleber. It's Richardson on the wing. Johnson outside. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing. Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
Dallas making a switch here. Owundu's checked in, and Portland with a change here, too. Anthony's checked in. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
And the basket by McCollum.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And again, the turnover by the Mavericks.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Kleber against Anthony. Over Kleber. Anthony's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 6. Johnson outside. Doncic against Lillard. Inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one's on Anthony.
Well, Richardson comes from a military family. I mean, his mom was an officer in the Air Force, so he knows about discipline on and off the court. That helps a pro ball player.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Trailblazers trail by 7. Doncic with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And the dunk by Doncic.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And it's McCollum off the drive. And it's blocked. McCollum against Doncic. Richardson outside, out to the wing. Wandu passes to Kleba, and Kleba slams it in.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. And we'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
Passes it to Wandu. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Johnson outside, takes the three. The putback, it's good on the putback. Kleba's got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding up. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Make simple passes. We got him caught.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Trey Burke is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Trent. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Hardaway. Mavericks leading by 11. Burke with it. Now defended by McCollum. And it's Cauley-Stein. That time on the assist by Burke.
You got to do more than that to slow Cauley-Stein down. I mean, he's used to absorbing contact while shooting.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Powell kicks to Burke. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
First one falls for him. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. For 3, Richardson. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Feeds to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Oh, they must ramp up the effort level, the intensity level. They're making it too easy for him out there.
It's stolen by Jones. Over Hardaway. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Dallas leading by 11. And the dunk by Powell.
Didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. And that one's good. Lillard.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Hardaway finds Powell. The 10-footer. And Jones sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Off target from 3-point range.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Now the Mavericks moving it up. Moving it up. Kicks it out to Richardson. Over Jones. Burke. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
Gotta respect the speed of McCollum. Fantastic at knifing through the defense and beating them to the bucket.
Down low. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
Lillard attacking. Burke grabs the miss. Dallas leading by 13. To the inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Doncic is checked in for Dallas. And Portland with a change here, too. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. And for Portland, their shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. And that one, good. 8 points for Lillard.
Well, you can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over.
Out to Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Covington. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Covington's got his first points in this one.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
And the dunk by Covington.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Doncic outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. Richardson outside. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. A 3 off the inbound. And it's rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. 7-point differential. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Well, certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over.
Hardaway with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. And the 3 ball is good.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
And that's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
It's stolen by Jones. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Doncic passes to Powell. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. Misses the jumper. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it.
This week, we are showcasing some of the awesome plays you've sent in on social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. If you want to be featured in our next competition for top plays, send in your play. You can be featured on our next installment. I'm the 2KMC, and I'm out.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And thanks for joining us on this first payday.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Friday, They'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Batum, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Ibaka in at the 5. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. And so Lillard will bring it up to the Portland Trailblazers. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs. One good possession, 2 bad ones, 1 good one. They could never get on a steady run and play some solid offense.
Now here's Batum, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Beverly. Here's Ibaka. The putback. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
Lillard, the pass to Covington, kicks it out to Jones. Dishes to Nurkic. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Fires the 3. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane, they're hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
The Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And that one's good. Beverly. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Frank, their spirits are running sky high right now.
Kevin, it's always a great feeling to come out strong, but it is hard to maintain that consistency. The teams that do, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strengths.
Why is consistency so hard?
Because you're not playing against yourself, and we're human. And Kevin, as great as you are as a broadcaster, you probably have had some days where you didn't feel as good as you did other days, and that's no different for a guy competing at this level.
My friend, that's every day. Every day you don't feel good about it. But you grind, right? You just try to keep grinding.
Got to do it.
Here is Ibaka. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. And it's Beverly missing.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And that one misses. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Luke Kennard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Williams passes to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Back to George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Paul George right now 1 step ahead of his defender, using the old pump fake.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Now here's Williams. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Leonard the pass to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
And a brief check of the stats for Williams. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 18 points a game, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he's in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Out to the right wing. Here's Simon. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Back to Jackson. On the wing, Williams. A 3 ball. The Clippers rebound. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Great showing for him last season. 6th in steals, 8th in scoring, and ranked in the top 15 in free throw percentage. Tremendous confidence and technique at the line.
And like a thief in the night, he will pick your pocket clean. Top 10 in steals, as you said last year. Always a threat to cause a turnover. And here is Los Angeles now. Portland making their last shot.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Anthony with it. Leonard picks him up. And the rejection by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
Anthony against Leonard. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And here's Jackson. 1 second left. And so it's Portland with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a... And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young...
This game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Ibaka. Kennard is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Jackson, and it's Williams at the 2. Lays it up and banks it in. Williams has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Clippers. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
The drive by Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
McCollum passes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Back to Kennard. Ibaka outside. 5 to shoot. Jackson finds Zubac. It's good.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Now, here's Lillard. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Jazz, that's for sure. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Anthony. Robert Covington comes in for Little. And Jones subbed in for Hood. The Clippers also changing it up. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. Paul George comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Batum scanning the floor. Pass to Ibaka. Kicks it to Beverley. From deep. No good that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
Well, as his confidence grows, McCollum gets himself into attack mode, and that's where his game goes to another level. Beautiful drive by the young phenom.
Took him no time at all on that one. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Outside, Batum. To the middle, Nurkic with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Pass to Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Now the pass to Jones. Over in the corner, Lillard. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
His touch has left him in this quarter nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Batum finds Beverly. Back to Batum. Passes it to Kennard. Inside. Shot clock at 6. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Outside, Covington. To the right side. Nurkic, the pass to Jones. Batum grabs the miss.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
That one goes. Count it.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Nurkic with it. Last game he had 13. Three-pointer. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds in this game. Batum. Oh, to beat the clock. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Well, for a few years, the duo of Lillard and McCollum has been the engine.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And Leonard gets it to go.
You got to do your best to root and push and shove Kawhi Leonard outside of the paint. He's just too strong and too skilled on the inside, and then he starts to get comfortable. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I think Patrick Beverly, for the entirety of his NBA career, is really going to embrace the role of being the villain. Has no problem with it whatsoever.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Lillard attacking and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Just more and more complete appreciation for how complete the offensive game of Damian Lillard is.
Lou Williams is checked in for Patrick Beverly.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Over in the corner, Batum. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight.
Now McCollum a blur that time in transition. A quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
Batum passes to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Outside Williams. There's the triple. That one doesn't drop. And it's Portland the other way. Lillard, right side. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. Chalk up 2 there. And it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
They're not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Back to Williams. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
It's impossible to keep Lou Williams from scoring, so you try to mix it up, and a hard foul sometimes can do that.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Trent's checked in, and it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jackson, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Simons, the pass to Trent. Outside Anthony. Zubac against Nurkic. Just 4 to shoot. Paul George with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Pass to Nurkic. Outside Anthony. Back to Nurkic. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. Clippers trail by 5. To the paint. A nice shot by George. George has got 6 points.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Pass to Trent. Outside Covington. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 3.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
Trent passes to Nurkic. Out to the right wing. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Trent can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And there's Paul George on the assist from Leonard. George has got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
8 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Jones. The layup missed. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Patrick Beverley out there with Kennard. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Lillard attacking. And Lillard throws it down.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
High post Ibaka. Over in the corner, Beverley. A three-pointer off the mark.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, how about Patrick Beverley showing you at a point guard he can still get up?
Jones drives in. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Left side, Leonard. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
Leonard hits them both. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And it's good, 2 points.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Beverley finds Batum. Leonard on the wing. Jacks up a 3. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with. And look how engaged he is on both ends.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Stolen by Beverley. Leonard with the ball. Now Anthony defending. And then Leonard with the dunk.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard, an MVP candidate. Why? Well, they're the reasons right there. One of the best two-way players we've seen in the past 5 years.
Here's Lillard, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And the Clippers making a switch here. George is checked in and finished off by Nurkic.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
Leonard kicks to Beverley. And the pass to George. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Paul George stepping up big time.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Lillard outside. Outside, Jones. Portland moving the ball around. Launches a 3. Lillard misses.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Outside, George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, I think you got to be cautious when you guard Paul George. He's not afraid of the contact, and that time welcomed it.
Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. After Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Nurkic. Jones for 3. Goes back up. And Nurkic finishes inside. Nurkic has got 10 points here in the second half.
Clutch bucket by Nurkic on that possession. They needed that one.
That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
And it's blocked by Ibaka. Left side, Batum. The shot by George, no good. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McCollum, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Leonard against Covington. Yes!
Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
The drive by Nurkic. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on a comeback.
Here's George. Deep 2 from Beverly. So the Clippers with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
To 2020.
And while it's been a challenging year, I'm very happy that the Lakers got a title out of it.
Yeah, we're all so happy for you, Chris. Moving on, tip off 2021 with us right here on 2K TV because a new episode is dropping on January 1st.
Don't miss it. Be safe and have a happy holidays, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There's a look at downtown Los Angeles. And with...
Hey, Kevin.
There's been a transformation here in L.A. There is no doubt about that. D.A., thank you. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Sunday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Dwight Powell, Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4 spot. And for the Clippers, Ibaka is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point. Now, here's Richardson. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Here's Powell. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And he recovers it. Lets the 3 fly. And there's Hardaway. That's good on the assist by Richardson.
Boy, that quick trigger mindset, when Hardaway Jr. is firing away like this, you know he's feeling it.
George against Richardson. Down low. Here's Ibaka. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Greg, obviously, we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over their rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you now have gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
You think there's more growth between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You could make that case, no doubt about it, because that's you're still thinking you can be one of the all-time greats no matter who you are at that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement.
Now here's Powell. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball. Outside Batum. From the high post. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
You know, as much as he loves the three, Batum pretty reliable from mid-range, too.
And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Outside Leonard. Fires for three. Gets a hand on it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Batum's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
Leonard with the steal. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. To the inside. Lays it up off the glass. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Powell drops in the layup for two.
And Powell doing a nice job using his length on these hard shots. I mean, excellent at powering through the contact.
And a five-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And that was a strong pick, ammonia strong by Ibaka.
And Doncic, here we go. And he drops it in from the low post. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
From deep, Richardson. The Clippers grab the miss. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And it says a lot about you that even when you're not at your best, they definitely were still in that game and able to win comfortably.
They were better than the box score might indicate because they were solid in execution, more so than the stats would show.
4 on the shot clock. Beverly, and the shot is long.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
To the middle, here's Powell. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Resourceful move there, ending.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, we've got Reggie Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Williams. And it's Kennard in at the small forward position. Back to Williams. Jackson against Brunson. Puts it up from 17. Here's Zubac. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Here's Brunson. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Burke can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 3. Outside Leonard. Pass to Jackson. Back to Leonard. Takes a 3. He can't get it to go. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line, but at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
Burke looking over the floor for the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. A finish, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Zubac against Cauley Stein. From deep. In the corner, it's Kleba. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Clippers leading by 3. Williams passes to Kennard. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Jackson. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
The pass to Leonard. Inside. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Brunson against Williams for 3. Burke can't get it to go.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Leonard. Unable to get that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Yep, that one goes in there. And now just a 1-point Clipper lead.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Hardaway comes in for James Johnson. And he gets the whistle. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Powell. Batum grabs the miss. Los Angeles leading by 3. Pass to Kennard. Missed inside.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
And good that time. Powell's got 6.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Outside, Batum. Back to Beverly. Shoots over Doncic. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Clippers.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And for the Clippers, the wing. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4. And Ibaka kicks to Batum. Here's Beverly. It's deflected. Shot's good by Ibaka. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 3. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Look at how high George gets off these drives to the hoop. Banging it down with the violence of a madman.
But they'll get another chance. Doncic, no good.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Ibaka's got 4 this quarter.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Leonard finds Batum. Back to Leonard. It's tipped. 3-on-3. Here's Finney Smith. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Passes to Leonard. Rick, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams. Pass to Zubats. Back to Ibaka. 6 to shoot. Johnson with it. George picks him up from outside the arc. Burt can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Williams can't hit. Mavericks trail by 7. On the wing, Johnson. Burt, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Paul George with the steal. And Ibaka kicks to Zubats. On the wing, Doncic. Over Jackson. The Clippers grab the miss. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Ibaka, the pass to George. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for James Johnson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Brunson the pass to Burke. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Here's Williams, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Williams has got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles. The Mavericks have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Dallas moving it around. Back to Marjanovic. Tipped away. Finney-Smith kicks to Marjanovic. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 12-4 run. Williams passes to Zubac. Back to Williams. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Kleber finds Burke. There's the three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket for Marjanovic.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
Fires, high post. That one off the back iron and out. Now Burke. Here's Brunson. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 7. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Kleber with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Burke can't get it to go.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. Los Angeles leading by 7. There's the pass to Kennard. Over in the corner, Batum. Pass to Beverley. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Kennard. And Batum kicks to Kennard. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Mavericks making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Doncic, no good. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles here in the 4th quarter. Their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Here's Doncic. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway has got 4 assists now tonight.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Richardson trying to break loose.
Boy, a main weapon in Doncic's attack. He really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Here's Beverly, and the shot goes in.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Passes it to Richardson, to the paint. Here's Doncic. That shot is off. The Clippers go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Zubac. And there's the pass to Beverly. Leonard on the wing, from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Zubac with it. Hardaway picks him up. Beverly against Doncic.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
So it's Richardson with the jam.
What a big shot from Richardson there. Fearless.
Clippers leading by 3. Outside, Batum. To the inside. Here's Zubac. And the Clippers miss again.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Richardson kicks to Johnson. Powell inside. Working on Zubac. 4 on the clock. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Kennard on the wing. Back to Zubac. Pass to Beverly. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. Here's Hardaway. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers leading by 3. In the corner, George with it. Passes it to Ibaka. Hardaway against Beverly. Shoots over Powell. And the Clippers miss again. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Pass to Richardson. Back to Cauley-Stein. Leonard with the steal. They break it out. 5 on 3. He feeds it to Ibaka. Beverly looking around. Outside, Batum. Leonard against Richardson. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
And the dunk by Powell.
And all Powell needs is good positioning inside, and when he does get it, he's throwing it down.
7 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. What a show they put.
Happy holidays, everybody, and welcome to our annual 2K TV holiday episode.
I know Christmas is the time everybody's watching NBA games, but I'm most looking forward to Celtics and Nets.
And thanks for... And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Saturday, they'll be playing against... James Harden and the Houston Rockets. And then on Monday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now look at Dallas's starting lineup. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4 slot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Hardaway against Jones. Nurkic with the steal. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Richardson. Fast break, Dallas. Hardaway with a wide open look. It's good from long range.
Well, we know that Tim Hardaway Jr. can space the floor. You don't want to allow him to start cooking.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And Portland turns it over again. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
Now here's Powell. Nurkic with the steal. Here's McCollum. They get the rebound. Pass to Nurkic. Outside, Covington. Lillard outside. 4 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. It's another look. Nurkic can't hit.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Up top, Powell. Back to Hardaway. Another 3 for Dallas.
How about the timing from Hardaway Jr. looking very comfortable taking shots after catching the pass.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Jones kicks to Covington. Back to Jones. Lillard against Doncic. They need this. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Hardaway finds Richardson. Inside. Powell, the pass to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now, here's Doncic. 32 points for him last game against Phoenix.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Now Jones following the three-point attempt by Josh Richardson. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Jones. Nurkic has got his third basket of the night right there. Hardaway passes to Powell. Doncic against McCollum. Shoots it up, and it's Doncic missing. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Shoots the three. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. Last year, getting it done. He put up about 22 points a game last season. 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And it's always nice to be able to bring a shooter like him off the bench.
Well, hard to win if you can't get points productivity, and that's what makes this guy valuable to that second unit. Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Here's Trent. 11 points for him in that last game against Utah. Now the pass to Nurkic. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Hardaway, no good. The drive by Anthony. It's stolen. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks ahead, leading by 3. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he did.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
We've got Rodney Hood, Little out there with Anthony, and it's Trent in at shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. It's tipped. Johnson, good. Johnson's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Mavs. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Simons, the pass to Little. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Gotta show more muscle to keep him off that low block.
Well, it's a couple of things here, I think. Certainly the effort, the willingness to fight, and the willingness to push him off of his comfort zone.
Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams have the most second chance points in the league. In third, the Mavericks.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Simons, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Portland moving the ball around. Here's Little. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Little's got his second basket of the night.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life. All right, a chance to check out the stats for Johnson. Last season's performance for him. Put up 8 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
Little kicks to Anthony. Passes it to Trent. Pass to Simons. 5 to shoot. Here's Little. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
I think it was a lot of bad decisions leading to a lot of poor looks. Patience was not their best quality in that basketball game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Then for the Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Johnson. Josh Richardson comes in for Jalen Brunson. And Doncic is subbed in for Burke. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 9-point game.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleba grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell because in 2017, Kleba texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
Richardson the pass to Kleba. Kicks to Doncic. Down low. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. On the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Pass to Powell. Three-pointer on the way. And it's rebounded by Covington. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard finds Jones. And Jones slams it home.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Richardson the pass to Powell. He gets it in there.
I like that decision right there. Don't try to force a shot inside. Kick it out.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lillard from outside. A rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Solid rebound there, and with a score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Wow, the big-time range is evident from Hardaway Jr. Go ahead, send it in.
It's McCollum on the wing. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right?
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Nice game. Great performance by Tim Hardaway Jr.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward position. Covington passes to McCollum. Powell with the steal. And here is Hardaway. He dishes it to Powell. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 9. Doncic with the steal. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Good. Doncic has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Mavs.
They are just killing them on the interior. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic.
On the wing, Jones. Guarded by Hardaway. Doncic with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Doncic leading the charge. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Richardson, no luck.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Lillard outside. Drills it from outside. Lillard's got 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And he makes that one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
A different look now for Portland. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington, and it's Little in for Derek Jones. The Mavericks also with a sub. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
The pass to Nurkic. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Outside Hardaway. Doncic dishes to Richardson. No good with the triple. Trailblazers trail by 12. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed to the left side wing. Corner shot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Boy, a miss like that would drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Connects from three-point range.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
In the corner, Hardaway with it. The Mavericks rebound. Cauley-Stein's shot is good.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Doncic against Lillard. Beyond the arc. And it's Lillard again missing. Mavericks leading by 11. 1:02 left to play in the third. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Pass to Nurkic. He kicks it to Little. Portland moving the ball around. Three-pointer, Lillard. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 9 points in the quarter.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Hardaway has got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Nurkic finds Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Pass to Hardaway. Deflects the pass. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Back to McCollum. Lillard outside. From outside the arc. The shot that time not on target. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
We haven't given up any resistance.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They trail by 11. Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Trent in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Rick, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Throws it up high, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Bogdanovich.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Powell's checked in, and that one is good.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Back to Brunson. To the middle. It's deflected. Covington with the steal. Anthony finds Hood. Here's Trent. Here's Anthony. Count it. Good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Dallas leading by 3. Pass to Powell. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. That one's off, still out of sync.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The pass to Powell. To the inside. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one's on Anthony.
And that shot was huge as they try to stem the tide here and hang on to the lead.
A different look now for Portland. Jones comes in for Hood, and Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Then for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for James Johnson. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. The offensive rebound, passes to Trent, fires from deep. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Trent's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Burke by Lillard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
Feeds to Carmelo. Pass to Lillard. To tie it up. Tries again. And Anthony lays it up and in. And that ties it up.
You know, you have to like the activity from your superstar. Anthony staying involved even off the basketball.
Here's Burke. Trains the three-pointer.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Kleba, the pass to Powell. Dishes it to Hardaway. Back to Powell. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Now it's a 5-point Maverick lead.
Gigantic shots like that have to help Powell's confidence. Quality look.
Back to Lillard. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Now here's Burke. D right on him. Here's Powell. Anthony with the block. Powell with the steal. It's tipped. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleba. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And you can see the mindset he has.
When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
And this is why Melo gets the big bucks. A lot of players will shy away from an important shot, but Melo wanted to be in that position. He has been taking and making big shots for a long time. Luka Doncic with the delivery.
Jones looking for an opening. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
And he is unable to get the second one. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Powell. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Jones is running. It's in.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
From deep, Richardson. And the rebound by Nurkic. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
Three-pointer, Lillard. The Mavericks pull it in. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Hits the three-point bomb. Lillard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And Portland has possession. McCollum feeling it out a bit from beyond the arc and then some. And now an 11-point Portland lead.
I don't think the range surprises anyone anymore. CJ can shoot the lights out from any position.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clear. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for...